Thank you, Frank. And now for some more news update. The federal government has declared Friday and Monday as holidays in commemoration of Easter celebrations. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, announced the holiday on behalf of the federal government on Tuesday. In a statement, Dr. Shuaib Belgari, the permanent secretary of the ministry, urged Christians to emulate the attributes of sacrifice, togetherness, forgiveness, kindness, love, peace, and patience, which were the attributes and practices of Jesus Christ, as exemplified by his ministry on earth. Aregbesola also called on Christians and all Nigerians alike to use the occasion of this year's Easter celebration to pray for an end to all security challenges bedeviling every part of the country. The minister assured that the federal government will leave no stone unturned to ensure that the recent attacks by undesirable elements on the highways, airport, and the railway are timely brought to an end. The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Abdullahi Adamu, on Tuesday formally resigned from the Senate. Senator Abubakar KYARI, representing Borno North, also resigned from the upper chamber. Adamu, late March, was elected APC chairman during the party's national convention in Abuja by consensus. The former two-term governor of Nasarawa State emerged as the party's consensus candidate after 6 other aspirants reluctantly withdrew from the race hours into the convention. Adamu officially assumed office by receiving instruments of office from the immediate past interim chairman of the party and governor of Yobe State, Malabuni, at the party's national headquarters in Abuja. In his address at the ceremony, attended by one of his predecessors, John Oyegun, and other elected National Working Committee and WC executives, the new APC chairman said he never thought he would be the party chairman 30 days to the convention. And troops of Operation Lake Sanity today neutralized several Boko Haram Islamic State West Africa province terrorists in the Lake Chad axis. In a statement posted on the headquarters, the Army Facebook timeline added that troops also recovered weapons and equipment from terrorists. The statement further stated that Boko Haram ISWAP Central Vehicle Fabrication Workshop and several bunkers were also discovered and destroyed. And the federal government has said it is not opposed to renegotiations of the conditions of service of all workers in the public universities across the country. The Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris NGIGE, stated this on Monday while receiving members of the government side of the 2009 Federal Government University-Based Unions Agreement Renegotiation Committee, led by the chairman, Professor Nimi Briggs. Speaking against the backdrop of the ongoing strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Ngige said the conciliator he has been pushing to see that everything contained in the 2020 Memorandum of Understanding signed by the government and the union was done, including the implementation of the renegotiated positions. The minister said he had commissioned studies on productivity with regards to emolument, and based on the result he got, it was clear that payments done 10 years ago, when the exchange rate was better, amounted to nothing now with 100% depreciation of Naira compared to the dollar. The academics are seeking improved welfare, revitalization of public universities, and academic autonomy, among other demands. Meanwhile, the academic staff of universities, ASUU, Benin Zone, yesterday pleaded with Nigerians to join the union in rescuing the dying university system. The zonal coordinator, ASUU Benin Zone, Professor Fred Esume, said this during a media briefing at the ASUU Secretariat, University of Benin, Edo State. Esume also called on all well-meaning Nigerians to wake up and join the union in salvaging what remains of the country by repositioning the universities to be globally competitive and able to produce the manpower required to jumpstart the reemergence of a technological and economic power. Relations of kidnapped victim of the March 28 terror attack on Abuja-Kaduna train have given the federal government a 72-hour ultimatum to ensure the safe rescue of their beloved ones from the terrorists, else they would take initiatives independent of the government. The ultimatum was issued at the end of their meeting on Monday in Kaduna. Speaking on behalf of others, Dr. Abdul Fatai Jimo said they were yet to establish contact with their beloved ones or even the criminals since the incident. He warned that they would be left with no option than to decide on how to rescue their loved ones if the government failed to take urgent steps to free them. The relations accused the federal government of insensitivity towards the plight of the victims 2 weeks after the incident. Jimo said since the incident, the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, had yet to reach out to families of the victims to brief them on efforts being made to rescue them. He urged the government to negotiate with the terrorists as they demanded in a recent viral video, so as to secure the release of their people alive. Some Lagosians have expressed their displeasure at being barred from using their phone lines due to the National Identification Number and Subscribers Identification Module, known as SIM card linkage, by the federal government. The subscribers at the Ikeja office of National Identity Management Commission in Lagos State said the processes of registration is cumbersome. IBrandTV's senior correspondent, KYARI, has details.
Nigerian Communications Commission recently ordered that phone number not linked to the National Identity Number (NI) be barred from making calls until the affected subscribers obey the directive of the federal government. After several extensions of the deadline since December 2020, over 72 million Nigerians are now affected and prevented from making calls. Some subscribers at the NIN Center in Ikeja, Lagos State, said they have spent more time to get their NI done but have not achieved the desired results.
All this program is not well done at all. They are not doing well. I'm here since morning. They just bar my SIM. I came here December. I did not see do at all. I go to my area. I did fake 2 times before I now come here back to come and do another one this year again. Upon that, nothing again. We are just staying here since early in the morning. They asked me to come back around to 6 tomorrow. Am I not going to work, do work or do anything at home again?
Myself, I've been trying for the past 2 weeks now. I've been to the local government 3 times. This is my 4th time I've been referred to this place. But since morning, I've been here standing for 4 to 5 hours and I've not been attended to.
They blocked my line. Now, when I came here, the Ojo people, they gave me a tracking number. They said they need to take my fingerprint. I need to come to Ikeja. I came to Ikeja. I've been standing from different lines. And finally, when I got to one line here, the man attended to me and he said that I should go and send mail. I said, how can I just come? Is it just sending mail that made Ojo people to send me here? I have sent the mail, there was no reply. And so many people are complaining that they are sending mail and there is no reply. So I don't know. I work too. I don't know if I lost my job because of NIN. The Nigerian government to be comfortable. I don't understand it.
Nothing is working. I don't know. The government should do something about this so that we can even know what's going on. The NIN we got, they said we should activate it for a couple of times. Now we can't even do anything with it. You understand? They will tell you to reactivate something that they've collected money from. Do you understand? So it's so annoying, seriously.
I'm going through this since last month. I don't know what is the problem. If this thing is not working out, let us know. They should tell me what to do next. They should give me option, not that I'll be coming here from my house every day, spending time and money every day.
They called on the federal government to reorganize the process.
It's been made very difficult for people. I think the government should make it easier. Maybe they should get them more equipment to use and they should employ more staff and make it easier. In fact, they can link into the BVN, let the bank help, or let all these network providers help.
Even the people working there, they don't know what they are doing. When you ask them 1 or 2 questions, they don't know what to answer. So let us know exactly what is going on.
People are just using you to make money, call you that they will do it if you pay 2,000, if you pay 10,000, if you pay this. So look at what people are going through. A lot of people have not eaten, they left their office. I couldn't go to the office today because I wanted to do this.
The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (SIRAP) recently asked President Muhammadu Buhari to direct the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, and the Nigerian Communications Commission to reverse the decision to blocking over 72 million active telecommunication subscribers from making calls on their SIMs. KYARI reporting for IBrandTV News.
And the Nigerian government has received 3.2 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines from the Italian government in Abuja. Speaking during a press conference on Monday in Abuja, the executive director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shoaib, said Nigeria has fully vaccinated a little above 13.5 million people with the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine, representing 12.2% of the eligible population in the country. He said over 23 million people who have received their first doses are yet to take their second jab, a situation the Nigerian government hopes to improve with the rollout of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is a single shot. The NPHCDA boss further thanked the Italian government for the donation, assuring that the Nigerian government would ensure that other Nigerians are vaccinated against the COVID disease. And the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, and South Africa's Directorate of Priority Crime Investigation, DPCI, popularly called Hawks, have agreed to collaborate in tackling the menace of drug trafficking between the two countries. This was the high point of discussions at a virtual meeting yesterday between the chairman, chief executive of NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, retired, and the national head of South Africa's DPCI, Lieutenant General S.G. Lebeya, along with members of their teams. In his presentation, General Marwa called for an operational memorandum of understanding, MOU, that will allow both agencies share intelligence real-time, engage in joint operations, especially in the areas of controlled delivery, joint training and personnel exchange programs, among others. Other areas the meeting agreed would be worked on by the technical team set up at the close of the discussions includes confiscation of proceeds of crime and prosecution of suspects, among others. Secretary to the NDLEA, Mr. Shadrach Haruna, who led the agency's technical team that will work with its DPCI counterpart, which is headed by Major General Alfred Kana, head Serious and Organized Crime Division of Hawks, to fine-tune details of the MOU that will be signed at a later date. We'll take a commercial break now. When we come back, it will be time to take you to the African scene. Please stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now we'll take you to the African scene where at least 5 people have been killed in floods and mudslides across South Africa's port city of Durban following heavy rains in recent days, authorities said on Tuesday. Days of rains have flooded several areas and shut dozens of roads across the city, which is popular for its idyllic beaches. Video footage shared by private rescue workers and paramedics shows flooded city highways, submerged cars, and collapsed houses. The Risk Management Department in the southeastern province of KwaZulu-Natal, of which Durban is the largest city, urged people to stay at home and ordered those residing in low-lying areas to move higher ground. Rescue operations are underway to evacuate people in areas that have experienced mudslides, flooding, and structural collapses of buildings and roads, the department said. And South Africa's 2 biggest mine workers' unions said on Tuesday that workers at SIBANYE'S Still Waters Platinum Operations plan to go on strike to show their support for gold miners locked in a wage dispute with the company. Members of the National Union of Mine Workers and Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union, AMCU, have been on strike at SIBANYE'S gold operations since March 9, demanding an increase of 1,000 rand per month over the next 3 years. To show solidarity with the gold miners, close to 35,000 workers are expected to down tools at SIBANYE'S Platinum Group metal operations at Rustenburg and Marikana. The unions were yet to give official notice for the strike or announce a start date. SIBANYE has said it will not increase its final offer of a 5% increase for miners, artisans and officials, and an annual increase of 800 rand a month each year for unskilled and semi-skilled employees between 2022 and 2024. A strike at SIBANYE'S South Africa Platinum operations, which accounted for more than 70% of the group's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization in the year ended December 2021, would hurt profitably. And on the foreign scene, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the United States was monitoring what he described as a rise in human rights abuses in India by some officials, and a rare direct rebuke by Washington of the Asian nation's rights record. Blinken's remarks came days after U.S. Representatives Ilhan Omar questioned the alleged reluctance of the U.S. government to criticize Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government on human rights. Modi's critics say his Hindu nationalist ruling party has fostered religious polarization since coming to power in 2014. Since Modi came to power, right-wing Hindu groups have launched attacks on minorities, claiming they are trying to prevent religious conversions. Several Indian states have passed or are considering anti-conversion laws that challenge the constitutionally protected right to freedom of belief. In 2019, the government passed a citizenship law that critics said undermined India's secular constitution by excluding Muslim migrants from neighboring countries. The law was meant to grant Indian nationality to Buddhists, Christians, Hindus, Jains, Parsis, and Sikhs who fled Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan before 2015. In the same year, soon after his 2019 re-election win, Modi's government revoked the special status of Kashmir in a bid to fully integrate the Muslim-majority region with the rest of the country. To keep a lead on protests, the administration detained many Kashmir political leaders and sent many more paramilitary police and soldiers to the Himalayan region, also claimed by Pakistan. And at least 25 people have died so far in landslides and floods in the Philippines after tropical storm Maggie swept the nation. On Tuesday, rescue crews were still battling to retrieve people stranded on the eastern and southern coast. Maggie, known locally as Agaton, hit the archipelago on Sunday with winds of up to 65 kilometers per hour. It was the first such storm of the year. The Philippines typically see an average of 20 each year. More than 13,000 people fled to higher ground shelters as the storm lashed the east coast. Heavy rain and winds knocked out power supply, flooded homes and fields, and caused mudslides in villages. Images shared by authorities and locals online showed rescuers wading through muddy swamps and using rafts on fast-flowing rivers to try and reach isolated areas of submerged homes. In the town of Abiog in Leyte, the floods cut roads off and inundated homes and buildings. One of the worst affected areas was the province of Leyte, where 22 bodies had been retrieved after being buried under a landslide, local authorities in Bay City said on Monday. It comes about 4 months after Super Typhoon Ray devastated many of the nation's southeast islands in December, killing at least 375 people and affecting about 500,000 people. Well, with that, it's a wrap on News Now. My name is Omobolanle Adeshui. It's now back to Frank.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Thank you, Omobolanle. And here, coming up next is Entertainment Business with Chema.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Business. I am Chioma Amaribulam. The popular Ghanaian pop bearers group, nicknamed Dada Awu, have become $1 million richer. This comes after the 10-second meme was bought for $1.046 million, which is 372 Ethereum, in one of the historic non-fungible token NFT auctions. The meme was bought by the highest bidder, 3F Music, home to a number of recording studios worldwide based in the Middle East. The pallbearers have also announced that they will provide free water in their area and also donate 25% of the proceeds from the sale to the Ukrainian Charitable Foundation to support Ukraine amidst its war against Russia ever since Putin's invasion.
We would like to announce that we will transfer 25% of the funds from the sale of our memes at the NFT auction to the Ukrainian Charitable Foundation. Come Back Alive, to support Ukraine and its heroic people.
Epic Games, the publisher of the popular video game Fortnite and creator of the Unreal Engine graphics software that is popular with Hollywood, has raised $2 billion in a new fundraising round from Sony Group Corporation and Kirkby, the owner of the Lego toy and entertainment brand. Sony and Kirkby will each contribute $1 billion in the round, which values Epic at $31.5 billion. Epic last raised cash in May of last year at a $28.7 billion valuation. Sony was also part of that round. Epic founder and CEO Tim Sweeney remains the controlling shareholder of the company. Epic says it will use the cash infusion to work with its investors and create new social entertainment exploring the connection between digital and physical worlds. And now Tesla chief executive Elon Musk disclosed on Monday he had abandoned a plan to join Twitter board just as his tenure was about to start, the latest move by the world's richest man that defied corporate America's norms. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal said on Sunday night that Elon Musk has decided not to join the social media platform's board of directors. Musk revealed last week he had accepted a board seat at Twitter, contradicting a regulatory filing he had published a day earlier in which he described himself as a passive investor. The news of Musk's board appointments came one day after it was disclosed that the Tesla and SpaceX executive had purchased a more than 9% stake in Twitter for about $2.9 billion, making the billionaire the largest outside shareholder in the social media platform. Musk and Twitter did not disclose the reason for the U-turn. Musk said in a regulatory filing on Monday he could now increase his 9.1% stake in Twitter or push the company to pursue transactions, even though he has no such plans at this time. And I am Chioma Amaribulam, and that's it on Entertainment Business.
Thank you, Chema. It's now time to join Samson Oloyede for Sport Business.
Chelsea Football Club bidders were given an extra 3 days to submit their offers, and Steven Paglikua is using the time to his advantage as the Boston Celtics co-owner has recruited NBA chairman Larry Tannebaum as a backer. The Canadian is chairman of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, the company that owns Toronto Football Club, the Maple Leafs, Toronto Raptors, and the Argonauts. Tannebaum joins Paligua's group of investors that reportedly include Passport Capital founder John Bobank and Facebook co-founder Eduardo Saverin. Paglikua would have to offload a stake in Italian Serie A's Atalanta if his Chelsea bid is successful. The other bidders include a consortium led by Los Angeles Dodgers, Lakers, and Sparks owner Todd Boehly, a group led by Sports Investment Partners chairman Sir Martin Broughton, and a consortium led by the Ricketts family, who owns the Chicago Cubs. And still talking sports business at this hour, Real Zaragoza are set to sell a 51% ownership stake to an investment group led by Yogi and Jose Mas Santos, the part owners of Major League Soccer's Inter Miami, the Spanish second-tier club, confirmed. The consortium investing in the La Liga 2 outfit also includes Gustavo Sepa, chairman of Colombian team Millonarios, and Racing Lawns president Joseph Aurelian, as well as investors Jim Carpenter and Jim Miller. In an open letter to fans, Yogi Mas said the new owners will aim to reduce the Aragon-based team's debts, as well as assess the need to renovate Zaragoza's infrastructure and update the club's digital strategy. While no fees for the stake has been made public, Spanish sports outlet Marca reported that the incoming owners will take on Zaragoza's debt of 70 million euros and will invest an additional 20 million euros into the club. The move will also see Raul Sanelli become Zaragoza's new general director. The 55-year-old had previously worked at European clubs such as Barcelona and Arsenal, as well as having stints with the game's global governing body, FIFA. Now, as Epic Games continues its push into the metaverse, it is strengthening ties with giants in digital entertainment and toys. The Fortnite maker raised $2 billion, split evenly between Sony and Kirkby, the owner of the Lego Group. The new funding bumped Epic's valuation to $31.5 billion. Epic was previously valued at $28.7 billion from a $1 billion funding round in April 2021, which included $200 million from Sony. Sony invested $250 million in Epic in August 2020, securing a 1.4% stake at the time. And finally, on sports business at this hour, Scottie Scheffler has ascended to the top of the golf world rankings in record time and is just getting started. After winning 3 events and hitting the #1 spot in 42 days, which is the shortest period of time between a first career win and attaining the top ranking, Scheffler won the Masters on Sunday, finishing 10 strokes under par. The 25-year-old's impressive on-course performances have sparked an equally meteoric rise in his earnings. Prior to 2022, Scheffler had earned $8.7 million in his career after adding $2.7 million from Sunday's win. Scheffler has earned $10.1 million since the start of the PGA Tour this season, which is already the 6th most ever in a single tour season. He's won $8.6 million just from the 4 wins in his last start, and Forbes estimates that Scheffler, who made $6 million from endorsement deals with Nike, TaylorMade, and Titleist, among others, in the last year, will make more this year. And that's it on Sports Business. I'm Samson Oloide.
Well, and that's it on the business now. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. I'll see you again.